It was my 18th birthday, and my friends had planned a surprise party for me at my family's remote cabin in the woods. Little did we know that it would turn into a nightmarish experience none of us would ever forget. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the dense forest, we gathered around a crackling bonfire. The warm glow of the fire, the laughter of my friends, and the anticipation of the night ahead filled me with excitement. However, as the night wore on, the atmosphere began to change. The once clear sky became overcast, and the forest seemed to come alive with eerie sounds. We brushed off the unease, attributing it to the spooky ambience of the woods. My friends had organized a series of spooky games and challenges to add some excitement to the party. We gathered in a circle, sharing ghost stories that sent shivers down our spines. Unbeknownst to us, our seemingly innocent games had awoken something sinister. It started with a subtle rustling in the trees, like the whispering of secrets. The wind carried an otherworldly chill, and the once bright moon was obscured by ominous clouds. I couldn't help but notice how the forest seemed to be closing in on us, the trees swaying ominously. As we continued our games, strange occurrences became impossible to ignore. Objects would move on their own, and eerie figures appeared at the edge of our vision, only to vanish when we turned to look. Nervous laughter gave way to genuine fear, and we began to question the wisdom of having a birthday party in the woods. It was during a game of hide and seek that things took a terrifying turn. I was the seeker, and my friends scattered into the forest to hide. As I counted down and began to search for them, a sense of dread washed over me. The forest had grown darker, and the usual sounds of nocturnal creatures had fallen silent. I found my first friend crouched behind a tree, pale and trembling. He claimed to have heard voices whispering his name from the shadows, urging him to run. We continued the game, but one by one, my friends returned, all of them shaken and terrified. It was then that we heard a haunting melody, like a distorted lullaby, echoing through the woods. The source of the music was unclear, and its eerie tune sent chills down our spines. Panic set in as we realized we were no longer alone. As we huddled together, trying to make sense of the nightmare unfolding around us, the forest seemed to come alive. Distorted figures emerged from the darkness, their faces twisted in agony. They danced in a frenzied, macabre manner, drawing closer with each haunting step. Terrified and disoriented, we stumbled through the woods, desperately searching for a way out. The trees seemed to conspire against us, shifting and changing to block our path. It was as if the very forest itself had turned against us. The nightmarish dance grew louder, and the distorted figures closed in, their ghostly hands reaching out to grab us. We ran blindly, our screams mixing with the haunting melody, until we stumbled upon a clearing. In the center of the clearing stood an ancient, gnarled tree with twisted branches. It radiated an unsettling energy, and in our desperation, we sought refuge beneath it. The figures circled us, their agonized expressions contorting in anguish. Just when we thought we were doomed, a brilliant light pierced the darkness. A powerful surge of energy emanated from the tree, banishing the sinister figures into the shadows. We were saved, but the horror of that night would forever haunt our memories. As the first light of dawn broke through the clouds, we fled the woods, leaving behind the cabin and the nightmare that had unfolded there. My 18th birthday had become a horrifying ordeal, a nightmarish party that would forever remind us that some places in the world should remain untouched by celebration.